look at this. Quality of life improvements for the old channel here. I actually got a decent microphone. I'm not going to say that it's like the best microphone on the planet or anything, but hey, sounds better, right? So I'm thinking about maybe also getting a new camera for the channel. I know, I barely post here. It's not monetized. What am I even doing? But I want it to look good and sound good for the people who do watch. And maybe I'll do a little bit of editing here and there again if I have the time. Hey gang, Tony here. Like I said, look, I got a light too. I even have a new light over here. It's a little thing. Just, see that? Oh, this light. I complain a lot about this stuff. I'm trying to improve a little bit. Why not? Why not give a little improvement? Hey, I went to the flea market today. I also went to a yard sale on Friday. Got some stuff. So I'm going to show it to you. Show you what I got. It's not mind-blowing or anything, but I got a little Halloween here. Got some retro stuff. Got some Christmas stuff. Got some book stuff. Got some movie stuff. A whole lot of things. I'm going to start you out right away with an old VHS tape. You know how I like doing this. You know that it's one of my little obsessions, maybe. I don't know if maybe don't call it an obsession, Tony. Maybe that's taking it a little too far. But hey, it was $1 at the yard sale, and it said on it, Tales from the Crypt, but it was crossed out, which made my heart sink a little bit. And like, oh, why? Why couldn't they leave the Tales from the Crypt on there? But in its place, it said heavy metal. That's all it said. I wrote some stuff on there, like, because I went through the tape. Yeah, that as well. I actually prepared for today. So instead of just being like, I don't know what's on this tape that I got, isn't that interesting? I went through the tape. I actually digitized it and everything. I was going to try to put it on Internet Archive, but it wasn't uploading for some reason. Number one, it's from 1993. At least part of it is from 1993. I kind of figured this out based on commercials. It starts out with heavy metal, which is about an hour and 17 minutes. The heavy metal of the cartoon. This is where things kind of take a little bit of a nosedive depending on your interests. But from heavy metal, it goes to ABC for All My Children. Oh, yeah, soap operas. The only good thing about this is that they let it run with all the commercials. So from this point on, after heavy metal, everything has commercials, which is awesome. There's some cool commercials, too, on this one. There's an emergency broadcast test on this tape, which I thought was pretty neat. I wrote that down because I was like, oh, I put the time mark on that because I wanted to make sure I remembered how to get to it. It does switch over to NBC at some point. We get like part of a Love Connection episode, and then here's the goodie. Got an episode of Unsolved Mysteries on this tape. Ooh, Unsolved Mysteries. Now we're talking that. And then back to All My Children. And I just wrote on here, commercials through the whole tape. And then at that same yard sale, they did have old recipe pamphlets, and you know how I like that stuff. So I got, and they're not super old, but they're still pretty cool. This one is from 2006, Taste of Home, Halloween. That's a whole other story. We'll do the Halloween episode another day. But today, Halloween food and fun, 90 easy treats, Taste of Home. You know these things. There's some cool stuff in here. I mean, how do you not buy when you see these little guys? I'm not as interested in the, oh, that's kind of cool. There's like the whole middle of I didn't really look through this. The whole middle of the book is cardboard that you're supposed to, it's perforated, and you're supposed to take the cards out with like different recipe cards for your Rolodex. I don't know what they call the recipe card index thing that they used to. Everyone's mom had one of those, and if not your mom, then your grandma definitely had like that thing that you open up and all the cards with the recipes in it. So got that goodie. Then there's another Halloween one. This one is there a date on this guy? 2005. So someone was interested briefly for 2 years in Halloween goodies, but we have Halloween party recipes. And this one is that Pillsbury? Yeah, I think it's Pillsbury. Why can't I get the angle right on this today? All right, cool stuff. I love that Oh, I have that cup. I have that goblet. Nice. All right. Everyone has at least a couple of these in their collection, right? And then this was not Halloween, but I do pizza night almost every week, and I felt like gotta throw it into the pile. Pizza party. That's Betty Crocker. I also got a big old stack of Weird New Jersey. Pretty neat. We got, I think 5 issues here. I guess that one's from 2003. They're probably all from around the same era, I would imagine. Someone probably subscribed to it briefly for a year. Funny thing, I actually saw an entire box of these at the flea market today. I paid $1 a piece for these. They wanted 3 a piece at the flea market today. I didn't buy any more because I don't need a bunch of these, but because I haven't been out to the market much, I was like, yeah, man, I'll grab a few Weird New Jersey magazines. So now back to today at the flea market, I got Karate Kid novelization. You can see there that the corner on both sides, but and it's written. That was Quinn's, 50 cents. Gotta grab it. And then with that, I also got Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade in better condition, but still not perfect condition. Good stuff. I have another Indiana Jones. I'm almost positive it's not this one. I feel like it's Temple of Doom. I'm not going to go trying to dig it out right now. One more book. This is a Halloween Happening. It looked kind of cool. It was $1. You know, I almost always, anytime I see like old Halloween books, even kids' Halloween books, I'm always interested in picking those up, add them to my old collection. This guy had a box of old greeting cards, unused greeting cards, and right on top was a Halloween one, and I'm like, ooh, that's neat. So we started digging. Actually, my brother did all the digging on this one, but they all have their envelopes and everything, and they're unused. And they're just really cool old Halloween cards. Greeting cards. Just paste one or all of these on your door. This is from Rust Craft Studio Cards. There are no dates on any of the cards. They smell like basement, so they got to be at least a little bit old, right? This one looks newer. I guess it's a pop-up one too. I don't know. When you open it, you get the little ghost pop-up. Flip. 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 Gibson. This one's from Gibson, made in USA. Again, no dates, so I do not know. Next two are my favorite. This one looks older. It's not super old, but it has that a bit more of a vintage look to it. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that just fucking beautiful? God, I love it. This one is from Paramount, made in USA. No date. And the final one. Ooh. Ooh. You ready? Oh, I don't think you're ready. Oh, yeah. It's a Peanuts Book of Pumpkin Carols card. But look at this. It's a whole book of carols. Like, literally. How many pages? I don't know. I didn't count the pages, but there's a bunch of pages in there with little comics. Holy moly. I don't know. Maybe this is a common thing. Maybe it was made recently, but I don't even care. It's just wonderful. Happy Halloween. I love it. I love it. $1. I love plastic stuff. Old plastic stuff. Always a favorite of mine. A little plastic Santa. Look at this wonderful little plastic Santa. He's got the open backpack where you're supposed to put candy canes or, things, candy goes in there. And he has his hook. So you could hang him on the tree. I love this. I don't know what it's worth more than $1. I didn't look any of this shit up. When they say $1, when I ask and they say they want $1 for these strings of pumpkin lights, and it was 2 strings. I didn't even realize that until I just lifted out 1 string. Apparently, I got 2 strings of pumpkin lights for $1. And when they say that, I haven't tested them. I don't know if they work. This is missing some. They're always missing pumpkins. I saw that, but then they say $1, and I'm like, I can't not do it. And especially these guys, they have copyrights on the bottom for 1988. So these are older ones. The tiny pumpkins look newer to me, but I can't be sure. I think I have other tiny pumpkins. All this stuff is very cool. I have another whole bag of these from other flea market visits where they're like, take it for $1. I'm like, God damn you motherfuckers, tell me to take Halloween string lights for $1, because I'm gonna do it. You tell me it's $1, I'm gonna buy it, and then I'm gonna come home and be like, what am I gonna do with all these pumpkin lights? Drape myself in them? Oh, get the fucking tassels going. Woo! Pumpkin tassels, you love that shit. Yeah, I know. That's why you come here, to hear me say stupid crap. All right, what else we got? A little Transformer action going on. That's a Decepticon. I believe he's called a Terror or something. 1987. Turns into a dinosaur. A 2-headed Hydra, if I'm not mistaken. These are the 2 heads. There's some feet down there. I don't fucking know. These things. But anyway, so Transformer. Pretty cool guy. $3. That's all it does. For a long time. $2? I don't know. I think it might have been the first thing I bought, actually, at the flea market today, and I was just like, whatever. Let me get a Halloween fish. Okay, I only have 2 things left to show you, but they're pretty darn cool. He had a whole bin of these, and there were some other neat ones, but I was looking particularly at... Well, let me just show you. First of all, it's a box of Dick Tracy cards. They are not, unfortunately, they are not filled with sealed Dick Tracy cards. This one has mostly loose Dick Tracy cards. There were... And they're all bent. I mean, I guess you could straighten them out if you really wanted to. But ton of cards. At the very bottom, there were 4 sealed packs. $2, though, for the whole box. I really just wanted the box. And, like, this is bonus. And all the cards, I mean, they're cool. They're, you know. And then the last item, which, frankly, is even cooler, was the T2 Judgment Day box of cards. And again, like, not perfect condition or anything, but hell, I'll take this. $2. Again, $2. Just for the box, I would have been happy. But this one, yes, it had some open cards in here. Open cards. But this one had tons of sealed packs in there. Look at this. I mean, as soon as I peeked in there, I was like, oh, what? This is almost, it's not quite a filled box, but, well, it's far from a filled box, I guess. But there's I don't know. I didn't count them, but there's a hell of a lot of these T2 sealed cards, plus the open ones. Awesome. They had some other really cool boxes. They had Judge Dredd and Demolition Man. Those were the other 2 boxes that I was very close to getting, but when I looked in them, they were all loose cards, and I was less interested in them because of that. Now, the boxes themselves probably are worth money, and they were still filled with loose cards, which is cool. But I don't know. I had spent a lot of money, and how many boxes of cards am I going to buy, right? So thank you for hanging out with me. I know it's been almost half an hour of this. Hopefully the mic is sounding okay for everyone. And like I said, I'm like that close to pulling the trigger on a better webcam that will make hopefully the channel look better. I got the light, which is I hope helping a little. I hear Luna, she wants to get in, so I'm gonna get going. Breathe deep in the night, everybody. I'll see you next time.